to go much better. Hope all is well, guys. Man, a lot of things have been happening. Sorry I didn't get a chance to put out a podcast last week. Still trying to get my feet wet here, and hope to have this running a little bit more smoothly in the coming weeks. And but you know how it's going to work. For the most part, every week we will put out a podcast, and we deal with we talk about everything here. Kind of chill spot, sleeves rolled back, just relaxing and shooting the breeze, talking about pop culture, sports, everything. It's a hang. So, what's been the news, huh? Unfortunately, it still seems to be this COVID-19, right? That seems to be the norm. But I think at least where I'm from here in New York State, I think it's starting to level off, and I hope that that we're starting to put this behind us. We're starting to put this behind us. We are leveling the curve, so to speak, flattening the curve. And, hopefully we'll put this to rest. And I'll tell you what, this past week, yesterday actually, so they have this thing here where in New York, parks have to be closed, state parks. So the parks are closed here in New York State. However, federal parks are open. Like, for example, if you're familiar with the Long Island area, Eisenhower Park, open. Now, Eisenhower Park, big park, Long Island area, pretty historical park if you want to Google it. Because, I'm not going to tell you the history of Eisenhower Park here, but you will Google it. And the point being is it's a big park, has a lake. Well, no, maybe a lake. Is it a pond? Maybe pond is the better body of water. Science wasn't my best subject. It was surrounded by water, let's just say. Definitely not an ocean. And, people have had enough about the social distancing. Oh, yeah, buddy. People have had enough with social distancing. As I was driving by, it was sunny yesterday, mid-60s. Maybe 60, high upper 50s, mid-60s. People have had enough. They just want to be out. They want their stores. They want everything open. There are a ton of people in the park. It seemed like they were wearing masks for the most part. But these people were just close, picnicking, bathing, sunbathing, getting the soccer balls around. Man, they have had enough. People just want this thing to be over. They want it to be over, and right now, it looks like we're here until, with the state closure, until May 15th. Rumor is that New York, depending on, they're different, there are different things that you have to consider. But after May 15th, it looks like certain parts will start to open. Start to open. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it too. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I'll tell you something weird that happened. I'll tell you something really weird that happened today. Went through drive-through. And all four sounds, love sounds. The drive-through, the madness. Someone to tell her today, as I was picking up drive-through, supporting your local McDonald's, not McDonald's, I'm sorry, Burger King. So I was going through Burger King. The madness. They said they don't have, follow me on this, they said they don't have 10-piece nuggets. The other way around. They said that they don't have the 8-piece nuggets for $1.59. But they had the 10-piece nuggets. 50 cents more for 2 extra nuggets. Follow me. Chicken nuggets. They said, Burger King, they did not have the 8-piece nuggets, but they had the 10-piece nuggets. Now, then, so if you think about it, how do you have 10 but not 8? Oh, wow. Mind blown. And so you can make 10-piece chicken nugget, but you can't make an 8-piece chicken nugget. And you don't have an 8, and you don't have onion rings. And why is that? Well, it's a good question, because I asked that too. Because of COVID. Dun, dun, dun. Why, of course. Silly me. Silly me. Listen, truth be told, for the second part of this quarantine, do we have to stay with the same family, or they're going to relocate us? People are asking for a friend. Maybe it was that you had to apply, like the small business loans. April 24th, I believe, was the last day. By the way, Burger King, please do sponsor this podcast. Hang with Gres. Now, a valid question, right, for some. you guys been doing during this quarantine, right? Listen, people who have kids during quarantine, they go, what 10 hobbies should I pick up? Meanwhile, on the other end, on the other end of the spectrum here, this 5 minutes to myself from 10:15 to 11 has been really nice. Oh, man. Remember, too, seen something here. A neighbor and his, a neighbor, right? Their daughter and her neighbor friend spend a lot of time, a lot of part of the day just, sitting 6 feet away from the sidewalk, shouting compliments at strangers who walk by. It's the right mood for these times, you might say, right? Just overheard, your shirt matches your dog, and I like that about you. How sweet. How sweet. Parents, use this time wisely. Tell your kids the elf on the shelf didn't survive the pandemic. You're welcome. Some people are saying, what elf? I left my plate on the table on purpose. Chicken bones with a little little Christmassy hat for an elf. The elf hat on it. Are you allowed to say Baby Shark died too? Asking for a friend. And obviously, this is adult-friendly fun. Humor gets us through everything, right? Come on now. It's good to laugh a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people during this whole quarantine thing and how they were still working from home, right? Your waistline is probably just getting bigger, right? Honestly, between Netflix all day and binge watching, like I discovered recently on YouTube, like I discovered the show Disappeared. Like I've been having that plugged in while I'm working from home, air quote, working. So I rediscovered Disappeared and Unsolved Mysteries, which has been just wow. That show, and it's addictive. Like I do it on YouTube. Once you start watching, you go into one episode, and you go into another episode, and another, and another, and another. It's like, wow, we're going and going and going. But anyway, what I've been saying, if a bag is not resealable, then it contains one serving, which means it's one serving. You can eat the whole bag. Listen, I don't make the rules. If not resealable, then it contains one serving. And I know I'm easing everyone's guilt when they eat the whole bag of Doritos. Honestly, you are welcome. You're welcome. On the other hand, I don't know if I'm up to eating a whole bag of frozen peas in one sitting. It says one serving. Like indicator lights on a BMW, the sticker to help you reseal the bag on a share pack of chocolates is pointless. And I always say that about a pack of bacon. Resealable. Resealable. No such thing. Bacon. And those resealable bags, they never work. And if it says share size anywhere, it's generally one serving. Like when I say a bacon, I mean like a pound of bacon. A pound of bacon. Dead serious. I thought it was supposed to be cooked at the same time forever, because that's what my great grandma made it for my brother and I, and a pound at a time. How'd you like my southern accent? Pretty good? Yes? No? Maybe not. Listen, this is a work in progress. We like to do things on the fly here, whatever comes off the top of my head. That's what we'll do. What we'll do. You know, some Netflix error messages that you guys are probably getting as you're watching, you know, Netflix during this quarantine day, gazoonie, wherever you are, whatever day this is on. Hopefully, you could also binge listen to the podcast, Hang with Gres. I know we're only 40 podcasts in. That's all right. You could just continue and continue and continue and listen to the same podcast over and over again. You could share it to all your friends and family. So that helps me, right? And you check out my other YouTube channels, The Gres Show, From the Bleachers Sports Show, and, Gres. Those are all my YouTube channels that you can watch. That's a good start. But anyway, some Netflix error messages that people could use. Netflix recommendation based on your recent relationship. Status change. Now is not a good time for this title. Or Netflix warning. You just finished season 2. Quality of episodes is widely inconsistent from this point on. Netflix current time 12:38 a.m. Be honest, you can't handle a scary movie right now. Or Netflix 15 minutes. You have been browsing for 15 minutes. Time's up. We're choosing for you. Yeah, and that 15-minute timer is actually pretty a good idea. I mean, Pornhub asked me, am I still there? Am I still watching? After 15 minutes. I kid. I kid. No, maybe. Yes. Maybe, no, maybe. Who knows? And I think that 15-minute timer thing is actually a pretty good idea. I think it's actually super helpful. Blah. Super helpful. Hopefully you guys are not having a lot of fights here during the quarantine. You're not fighting with your spouses, your significant others. How about that time when you're just, when you text him or her to calm down, air quote, calm down, figure quote, and then you spend 15 minutes staring at that, typing back, that little cloud with the 3 dots, dun, dun, dun. And then you have your little drink, you're drinking your little coffee, your little soda, and you're panicking, that panicked sipping. Or how about when you're divorced and you tell her to calm down? Oof. When you hit them with that K as soon as you receive that long message, that's maybe when you sneak in that "I love you, babe, have a great day" text. Or maybe do you turn off the phone and start a new life? Those dots in the picture that people see, well, those dots I'm referring to, I'm sure gave people a ton of anxiety. A ton of anxiety. A ton. Run. You're in danger. You are in danger, my friends. Quarantine life, right? But like seriously, like who really seen this coming? Right? No one. And I say this, you just like, when you think nothing could happen, something happens. Be prepared for the inevitable. Always. Practical advice, by the way, if all the toilets, since everyone is home, no one's really going out, if all the toilets in your house are occupied and you're waiting for one to be free, switch off the Wi-Fi. Switch off the Wi-Fi. It is a thing to behold. A thing to behold. Did you catch the president? People are thinking that the president said, anyway, please stop warning people not to ingest disinfectant. We should honestly just play this one out. I mean, honestly, just see how it plays out. Just because someone may have said something or may have not said something doesn't mean you have to do it. Let's weed out the less intelligent. Those of us that remain can continue to build a future. Throw in a few Tide Pods, and you should be safe. You should be safe from everything. You should be safe from everything. Seriously. Folks, you should be safe for everything. You know, George Carlin actually said, and I quote, George Carlin. Jeez, man, I cannot speak. George Carlin said, and I quote, I'm not saying kill all the stupid people. Just take all the warning labels off and let the problem sort itself out. Rest in peace. That's if they could even read the warning labels. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I so wish George was alive today. Speaking of George Carlin, the guy was a phenomenal guy. So many things came true. And what does everyone think that he would say today? Meanwhile, I'm picturing the earth shaking us off just like that bad case of fleas. Oh, man. Here's another quote from this whole disinfectant thing. Natural selection, ladies and gentlemen, if I need to refresh your memory what that is. All species of organisms arise and develop through the natural selection of small, inherited variations that increase the individual's ability to compete, survive, and reproduce. That's from the great man, Charles Darwin. And as, to close out this story, as Forrest Gump once said, the stupid is, the stupid does. And also, by the way, in closing, let's not forget that McDonald's coffee may be hot. Wife says to husband, wife, did I get fat during quarantine? Husband says, you were never really skinny, honey. Time of death, 4/25/20, 11:23 p.m. Cause of death, coronavirus. Sad part doing, and I shout out, a big shout out. We do shout outs here. So if your birthday was recently, just give me a hoot and a holler. Send me a message. Tell me you want a shout out. We do birthday shout outs here, that old crazy hacky thing, right? Why not do some birthday shout outs? Shout outs to all the devastated dads forced to pull their own finger amid the social distancing era. Godspeed. Godspeed. There is a bit of a story that I felt the
Where we
need.
get your podcasts.